Hey Chris, what's going on? It's a funny story. I just recorded this whole thing, and then I realized I forgot to hit the record button. So let's go ahead and do this again. So the first thing we want to do is make sure that our bias in the tubes is set correctly. Remember in the manual it says that our little black guy is going to go on that little screw back there, and then our positive terminals are going to go on these two screws up here. So let me see if I did this pretty quickly the first time. But let's see if I can do this again. I'm gonna put the black one on that black screw, or that center screw back there. And then we'll touch this one right here. And then of course I've got to turn on the amplifier, so just bear with me here for a second. All right, there we go. We got the amplifier running. Now go ahead and take a look at your voltmeter. Now mine's warm because I was just doing this, but go ahead and watch those numbers start to climb up. Remember, if it goes above 320, turn off the amplifier right away. And so let's go ahead and check the other side while this is climbing up to make sure that we're looking at both of them. All right, and so we're at around 270. Let's check this one right here. We're around 2, we're still going up. So, yep, right where we need to be on that side and right where we need to be on this side. Yep, looking good. Yep, looking good. Okay, once this is warmed up, as long as those numbers look good like that, go ahead and let's move on to the next part. If for some reason those numbers don't look good and they're off by too much, stop everything right now, turn off the amplifier, and just send me an email. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at our speaker wires back here, okay? Just make sure that they are tight and they're going into the right spot, and that we aren't somehow, there's like a stray wire maybe that's crossing over to the other side, or that's touching somewhere where it shouldn't be touching. Make sure that everything's nice and tight. Just make sure that the wires are correct and they aren't touching another post somehow. If that's correct, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll turn off the amplifier and let's swap these two wires right here. So take out this one right here and put it down there, put this one right here, up right here. Go ahead and play some music and see if the problem then migrates to the other side. If it doesn't, once again, turn off the amplifier. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna swap these tubes. So move this tube over here, this tube right here, and then this tube right here. So just swap them. Then power up the amplifier and then see if that caused the problem to migrate to the other side. Hopefully that did something, and then we'll have something to work towards. With what you're telling me is you've got a hum, so I'm pretty sure that the output transformers are good, because if there wasn't if the output transformer was not working properly, we get no noise out of it whatsoever. And then as long as the bias is good, that tells me that all the power supply is working properly, and then the bottom end of the amplifier, which is handling the bias, is all working properly as well, which means that we've got a disconnect somewhere between the inputs over here and the final stage of the amplification problem. So hopefully it's not that. Hopefully we figured out something in the first part of it, but just let me know what you find once you've done those things, okay? All right, thanks, Chris.